Imhotep, I'm Professor Momo of the Dogon University of Thought. This is your right brain. Our presentation here, and that's your left brain. Our presentation is about the two brain hemispheres, your two brains, and your brain. Your brain is within your skull, inside your head. Isn't it good for you to understand how you think, how your brain works? Where your brain works by communication. Communication is very important, which is what we describe as intra-neural communication, which is what education is about. We are constantly educating ourselves through the process that we describe as intra-neural communication. Intra-neural communication, we shall show you what that is, but it's about how impulses travel between your two brain hemispheres and even within each single brain hemisphere. Now we have a mathematical formula in terms of education. Education, we say, equals intraneural communication. This is what you need to know, and you can teach your child in order for your child to begin to excel. Even you may be having some problems at work to improve your own life where you need this. Here is a formula that we have that we are going to use on this particular program. I run the re-education program, and this is the formula for education. It is focus over concentration. This is what it is. I'll teach you. Don't be scared. I'm ready to teach. You'll be ready to learn. Well, we are continuing with our education process. Uh, Primarily what we want to introduce you to is to know that we have systems now that can help you improve your ability to learn anything you wanted to learn, you can learn. So if you have been too far gone into androids, avatars, and all of these things that are meant to distract you, well, you can always come back. You can always go away from far right back to center. This is what we are providing you now. And certainly we have showed you the Sankofa bird. That's an African bird that always looks back from where it's going. So you got to be looking back with everything you do. So if, like I said, if you've been going too far into androids and avatars, come back. Now this is our PATA, associative distributive wheels. Now these wheels will help you learn faster. I don't care whether you are doing your PhD, I don't care whether you have failed your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, and you want to go back and take it. Well, these wheels are going to be your savior. They open up your minds. They are pathways. That's why we call them PATA, associative distributive wheels. They are like your neurons. So everything that I'm going to be talking about in the brain hemispheres are all here. This is your neuron setup. You got the different 5 levels of memory, this which is what I show here, and they will perform any function, any kind of language you want to learn, any kind of information you want to learn. This system will help you learn it. This is a unique invention. No one knows it but the Dogon. And I'm Dogon High Priest, and I just declare that. That's all I know. So here we are showing you again the education equation, which is focus over concentration. But that's not all. The next equation is knowledge over understanding. And this is what our PATA will give you. Brain communications. This is the left brain, your left brain. And of course, if you have a child going to school, that's your child's left brain as well. Well, communication, you are very familiar with what communication is. You talk on the telephone, that's communication. You talk to somebody, that's communication. So how about you thinking about how you communicate within yourself? So we are beginning here to talk about how your own brain communicates and what is involved. So right here you see waves. Wave communication is what happens in your left brain. And then there's another form of communication that also emerges within your left brain. That's natural number communication, and that's what you're seeing coming down here. So communication, communication, communication within your left brain. So, and the communication that happens within your left brain is certainly different from the one that happens within your right brain. So you need to know this, because if your child is having problems in school, the child's teacher is not communicating well with your child. If you're also having problems with your child, it means you are not communicating well with your child. you do not understand how the child is communicating within himself or herself, and so you will have a crisis, a chaos situation with your child. Similarly, the teacher, the educational system, we have the same problem. So you need to understand this. We have a DVD now. We have a DVD that we are developing. You can contact us and inquire about the DVD. We will develop a comprehensive curriculum. If you are putting together a school, or if your child is having problems in school, we will also provide teachers. In fact, teachers can tune into our radio program and get information about how they can be able to help their students. There is also, we have a formula for neural communication, intra-neural communications, and the formula is right here. This is the formula for intra-neural communication. Your right brain rationale over your left brain logic is all in our DVD. Get a DVD and you learn more about this. It's easy. I'm Professor Momo. This is your right brain. Now, the functions of your right brain, as you will know, are completely different from those of your left brain. Your right brain is responsible for your emotions, and so it's what gives you the vibrations, which is what you are seeing with these structures here and colors. And your right brain makes you see colors the way they are. It associates with structures, and that's why we have the different shapes bouncing up and down. Your right brain is completely different from your left brain. Now, I can qualify that from what I've showed you already by saying that your left brain is involved with natural waves and natural numbers. Here, you don't see any numbers in your right brain. You don't see any waves. The only things that you see here are structures and vibrations. So the vibrations that you feel and the structures that you imagine, the things that you produce, the artwork that you have are all effects from your right brain. Now, you've heard people, psychologists, so-called experts tell you that your right brain is responsible for creativity. Not at all. No, your right brain is not responsible for creativity. How can it be? The only thing that you can tell about your right brain is that it's responsible for emotions. Now, if you tell me that your creativity comes from your emotions, then you know you are wrong, because you can never be emotional and be creative. If, for instance, well, a person who is a songwriter, an artist will tell you, well, my creativity comes from my right brain. No, that's a lie. Your creativity comes from your left brain through the numbers, but the problem is you cannot interpret the waves and the numbers that are emerging from your left brain, and so you give the credit to your right brain. This is the reason why I'm telling you, I'm urging you to get our DVD, because all the miseducation that you have gone through is not helping you at all. If you are an artist, you are a songwriter, you have other traits that you know you need to improve on, then you need to understand the functionality of your left brain. The reason why you are getting frustrated, and the reason why you get on drugs to get high, is because of the frustration that you have in terms of what really makes you creative. You know, even people who writers, they get into writer's block. Well, they get into writer's block because they don't understand how the creativity process happens. They don't understand the emergence of waves and numbers. So this is the problem. This gives you frustration, and so you get into drugs to release your frustration, and then you give the credit to your right brain. It's not right like that. So again, we show you our intra-communications formula, which is the same as the one that we showed you before. Your right brain rationale over your left brain logic. Your left brain is the logic. Your right brain is the rationale. Get our DVD and then follow us on our website. Thank you.